Dance Moms is a hot topic this week as the girls are all back together for a reunion. Not everyone will be featured in the taped reunion, but the girls did get together prior to tease fans with the news. Brooke, Paige, Maddie, Kenzie, Nia, Chloe, and Kendall shared photos all over social media together this week, and fans were so happy to see them in one room hanging out after all this time. The moms were also there except for Chloe's mom, Christy, but this was just them hanging out with each other and not them filming the reunion just yet. They didn't end up shooting the actual reunion till the next day, and Maddie and Kenzie were not there for the filming of it. It looks like Nia was also absent from filming according to this photo and the TikToks that the girls were posting behind the scenes from the day that they were filming. But JoJo and Kalani joined them for filming. And it's certainly not surprising to me that Maddie and Kenzie wouldn't be open to being a part of the reunion, given that the two of them have publicly spoken out about their time on the show and don't have the best things to say. Maddie, when talking to Emrata on her podcast recently, talked about her experience and didn't want to name Abby by name, simply referencing her as just her former dance teacher. Now, others have also come out to speak about their Dance Moms experience, but they seem more open to talking about it over the years, naming Abby, and even teased this reunion happening. Like when I first heard about it, it was from Kendall talking about it on TikTok. So obviously she seemed excited and down to do it.
Dance Moms is doing a reunion, so can't wait. So excited to see all the girls. I haven't talked to them there's a few that I keep in touch with. Gonna be an interesting special, to say the least.
But I had my doubts the entire cast would be in attendance, and that was correct. Now, I'm not sure if Abby was also a part of this reunion or if it was just the girls and some of the moms. I guess we'll just have to find out about that part. But regardless, it seems that Maddie, Nia, and Kenzie did not want to be at the filming. And like I said, Maddie had come out to speak about her time on the show, so I wasn't very surprised by her choosing to not want to be a part of it. And Kenzie has also shared her experience on Dance Moms and just recently went on the Squeeze podcast hosted by Taylor Lautner and his wife, who is also Taylor Lautner. And in the episode, she talked about growing up in the spotlight as a dancer and how it really left her feeling like she didn't have a childhood.
I definitely did not have a childhood whatsoever. I mean, I went to school till I was in 3rd grade and I was homeschooled for the rest of the time. So I never really got to experience like real life school, like high school, going to prom, going to football games. Like I never got to experience that. And all of my friends were my dance friends. So it was definitely a really interesting way to grow up. But I mean, it helped me a lot, grow up in a way, because I feel like if I was still doing school and still doing what I was doing when I was younger, I definitely wouldn't be as strong of a person, and I don't think I would be as mature, or I think it definitely helped me out a lot.
Kenzie opened up about how Dance Moms really took away her love for dance. Dancing was her outlet early on in life when she first started, but being on the show really changed everything.
Now, when it was broadcast all over television, and it was really scary for me to dance, because it was on TV, and then I had a dance teacher that was like really scary, and people in the dance world are very like scary as well. I feel like everyone's just competing against each other, even at like such a young age. So it was definitely hard, and I think I lost my love for dance really early on.
When it comes to the show and her experience on it, she said that she didn't really come to terms with everything until she was out of it. She felt like she was in this bubble, and when she was on the show, she really didn't know what was real and what was fake. And we've talked a lot about reality shows recently, I feel like, since we talked about Mr. Beast and Rosanna calling him out for making edits to the video, and how some people didn't care that he had made edits because reality reality television shows do the same thing. Obviously, it was just surprising because I don't think a lot of people thought that Mr. Beast was doing something like that, but reality TV has been a part of the conversation recently. And when it comes to reality television, we've been talking about how most people at this point know that producers just want a really good episode. They want something that's entertaining, that people are going to sit through all the way, watch all the commercials. And so they're really trying to form a story. It's not actually reality that is happening on screen. A lot of it is produced and there is a storyline. But the thing about this show is that they were kids. We're talking about children that were a part of it. And Mackenzie says that it was as if the crew forgot sometimes that they were working with children, since everything was just so crazy for them, especially their schedules. They were just so jam-packed.
We were really close with a lot of the production and the crew and
I imagine.
because they were with us for a really long time. But I think they forgot that we were children a lot, because we grew up so quick. But there were some times where it was like, okay, this is a little too much. Like, this is competing every single week, learning a dance in 3 days, but also like going from dance class to like 8 a.m. to then we'd have regular dance class after we would film. So it was like we'd just we were exhausted. We had school for 3 hours, homeschool, and then we would go to dance class, film, and then right after that was regular dance class till 10 at night.
Wow.
And I think that's where it was like, we loved dance so much, but when you do it so much,
burnout. And
when you do it for so many hours, it was like, guys, we need a break.
Yeah.
And I think they understood that in the later seasons, but I think, just remembering that
kids are kids.
Kids are kids, and kids are allowed to feel tired and kids are allowed to feel some type of way.
She said things were only bad when the cameras were rolling, which makes sense since, like I said, it's a reality show and the producers were probably only thinking about the storylines that they wanted for that episode and stirring up drama for that. So it makes sense why things got bad when they were filming. But it's also just so sad to think about that, because we're not talking about adults who totally signed up to do this reality show and they know what they're getting into and they know that, their words could be manipulated and all this stuff. We're talking about young kids who honestly don't really know that producers are manipulating everyone to get content for a show. And that's why them getting screamed at and their moms fighting is so sad, and it was a lot for them to deal with.
There were so many young girls on the team, and we were actually like, one of my best friends was like a lighting guy on the show, and he would play with me all the time. Like, it was, we were all just like, we would have to travel for so long and we would honestly have the best time. It was just when the cameras were up, it was just like a lot.
Kenzie talked about how she was known as the crybaby on Dance Moms, and that as she got older, she found out that she had really bad anxiety. And in this interview, Taylor asked her if she felt like she developed this anxiety because of the show, or if she thinks that it would have been a part of her life no matter what route she took. And she says that anxiety really stems from her time on the show, and she isn't the only one that has these lifelong effects from being on it.
I think it did stem from the show.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just being so stressed all the time that I wasn't good enough, or I had to be better than my sister was like the main topic of the show.
Yeah.
And if I messed up, that was like the end of the world. So I really think a lot of, even like all of the cast members, like we all kind of deal with that type of anxiety and mental health things, and it's all from the show.
Now, in regards to her relationship with her sister Maddie, she says that when they were on this show, they hated each other. They were always together, constantly being put against each other, and it wasn't fun. But when Maddie moved out and she turned 18, they became best friends and really just enjoy all the time that they can spend together. So it's really good that they were able to come together after Maddie moved out, and that they have each other to go on this whole post-Dance Moms journey with, and that all the girls still get along and they all stay in touch with each other and they seem so close. So I'm excited to see kind of what the reunion is going to be like. I loved Dance Moms when it was on, and to know that these girls are still all together, at least like somewhat in each other's lives, is really sweet. And I feel like kind of rare that a cast likes each other still after all these years. I know they're not all like, you know, crazy close, but definitely a lot closer than some other casts. I'm excited to see how the reunion is going to go and what they're going to be talking about, even though, you know, some of them are not going to be a part of it, and to know if Abby is going to be there. But let me know what you guys think about the reunion happening, who attended, and what Kenzie had to say about her time on the show. Hey guys, thank you for all the love on yesterday's video on the face reveal. Seriously, could not have expected as much love as you guys gave it. I feel so beyond honored and so happy that you guys liked it, and I'm happy that we can connect more, you know? I just figured I would pop in because I'm editing the video for tomorrow. It's currently still the same day. It's 1 p.m. So the video's been up for like a couple hours now, but I just wanted to say hi. And then I love you guys, and to not fear that these videos are gonna change. They're literally staying the same, minus the filter. Thank you guys, I love you, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys!